Hey Aries, I'm Eleanor and welcome to Peaches by Starlight Tarot. This is your weekly pick a card reading and we're going to be talking all about your theme this week, which is feeling more stable and feeling more grounded, and having that be as a result of having a direct line of communication with your divine messaging and not being under the influence of other people's opinions and being able to interpret information for yourself. Kind of like the change from when back in the day, when the Reformation, when we went from needing the priest to translate what the Bible said and then people could read it for themselves and then decide what it meant for themselves. That's not exactly what I'm talking about here, but it is more like being able to trust the guidance you're getting and being able to trust your interpretations of it without having other people trying to tell you what it means. And so that is going to have you feeling a little bit more stable. I am using Spirit Messages and Rider-Waite Tarot. This is stack 1, 2, and 3, and they're timestamped below. And let's get started. Like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. We're going to keep it short today. Stack 1, you have the Hierophant in reverse. 5 of Cups in reverse. And Trust. It says, while your logical mind is dictating a supposedly clear direction, your soul's inner guidance is urging you to follow an alternative path. The logical path may be one that you consider safe and more familiar, but you could be missing out on boundless opportunities and so much more. So this Hierophant really does go in accordance with the, what was it called again? Divine connection. You having your own divine connection. You having your own line of communication with Spirit and not having it handed down to you like, see, look closely. That's like the Pope handing down wisdom, like a go-between you and Spirit. And there's no veil between you right now, no go-between. You and Spirit are connecting and speaking directly. And so this 5 of Cups in the reverse is talking about following your heart back from the brink of loss, trusting what you feel, following what your heart, and not letting anyone else tell you how to feel. And that using this opportunity to ask yourself, what can you be grateful for? What is left that you can rebuild with? Trust forward motion away from your past patterns. Trust that you're moving in the right direction. And trust yourself that you can recover from whatever this is. And trust your instincts and your guidance as to what the path out of that is. And not by what other people have done before, not what the community is telling, or like, if you are involved in a certain spiritual community or a certain school of thought, what is the conventional wisdom around that? That's not going to be your path. You have a very unique and special path away from this sense of lost place. So that's what you have to be able to follow and to trust that the guidance you receive, if it's counter to what you're hearing, is specifically, uniquely tailored to you. Don't let anyone tell you how to feel. Stack 2, 9 of Swords reversed, Ace of Wands reversed, and Seek. This says, the power of Spirit exists in all things. Everything is made of energy, and every single thing in your physical world contains a fragment of Spirit, including you. We are all one with Spirit and always will be connected to one another. That's an extraordinary message, seeing as you have the Queen of Pentacles here, because the Queen of Pentacles differs from things like the 9 of Pentacles or like things that are more of the physical realm. The Queen is the Queen because of the way that she infuses Spirit and the physical. It's almost like the Tantra that we were talking about last month in your reading 2 readings ago, I think. So it's about realizing the inseparability of Spirit and the mundane. And so you're seeing beyond the limitations of the physical. And so this is where you get to stop seeking, like, okay, I'm looking at this Ace of Wands upside down, and this is where you stop seeking God and divinity outside of what you consider your little life, that you turn inward and you realize that it's in every atom of your being. and that you have nothing to fear, and that you have nothing to gain from overthinking. Stack 3, the Devil reversed, 2 of Cups, relationships. This says relationships are just mirror images of your own life. How you feel and treat yourself, as well as how you react and respond to different situations and people around you. Be aware that every relationship is an opportunity for soul growth. And we have right here, this is connecting with another. This is a relationship. This is being in unity with another person. So we are talking about relationships. A relationship is, other than a happy part of life, one of life's pleasures, one of our basic human needs for connection, it's also a laboratory for learning about ourselves. What are your vulnerabilities? What are your insecurities? What are your unmet needs? What needs can you meet for yourself? What are you willing to compromise? And we have this Devil in reverse here. So with this Queen of Pentacles and this Devil in reverse together, it's telling me that to remind you that losing yourself in a relationship can be destabilizing, and that in order to go down that rabbit hole and to connect with someone on such a level, you have to stay in your grounding and stay in your power. And so by doing so, you have the opportunity to turn a relationship around and to save it from the potential pitfalls of codependency. And so you have to trust yourself and trust what you've learned about yourself in order to show up and not to get lost in this. This Devil reverse feels a little bit like getting it like confusing and lost in illusion and not knowing who you are anymore because of being intertwined with this other person. So it's about doing the work of what you're supposed to be learning about yourself, and rather than getting lost in it. Okay, that's what I have for you this week, Aries. I'll talk to you next time. Thank you.